This is your news report and your second stimulus check update and your stimulus package update as of Tuesday, August 25th. We're going to review Joe Biden's economic plan, which includes stimulus checks, an $8,000 tax break to parents with children and childcare, and raising taxes by $3.5 trillion. The Republican National Convention started yesterday with the Republicans making accusations that Joe Biden and Kamala Harris will turn this country into a socialist country. Scientists and microbiologists now have solid evidence that you can catch COVID-19 twice. This is your Tuesday news, and I hope you're having a very nice day. I want to share a summary of Joe Biden's game plan for the United States of America. What I'm about to say would go into effect in 2021 if Joe Biden were elected as president. We'll start off with the benefits and then we'll cover who's going to pay for all of this. The proposed benefits would include stimulus checks. In addition to Biden supporting a stimulus check, Kamala Harris supports the $2,000 monthly stimulus checks. Another benefit would be an $8,000 tax credit to parents that have children with childcare expenses. Increased unemployment benefits, tax credits for people that are renting, covering health insurance for the unemployed, a tax credit up to $15,000 for new home buyers, green energy tax credits, and assistance to state and local governments. To pay for all this, Biden would raise taxes by $3.5 trillion over the course of 10 years. And here's where the money would come from. Corporations, they would pay higher tax rates. Many tax loopholes for those corporations, they would be shut off. The income tax rate for the highest income earners will increase from 37% to 39.6%. Biden would increase Social Security taxes for households making over $400,000. If you make over $1 million, the long-term capital gains tax rate would almost double from 20% to 39.6%. There would be less itemized deductions for the people over the 28% tax bracket, and business owners and self-employed people that are benefiting from Trump's tax cuts, they won't be able to claim those if they make over $400,000. Therefore, these benefit programs, they would be funded by higher taxes. But the lion's share of these increased taxes, they would be coming from households making over $400,000 and from big corporations. However, the critics and economists, they're saying that the economy will still be struggling in 2021, and now and then will not be a good time to raise taxes, as that will hurt the economy. If you would like more details of Joe Biden's game plan, I wrote up a more detailed article, and you can find that information in the link below. The Republican National Convention started yesterday, and just so you're aware, the Republican National Convention and the Democratic National Convention, that's just a great opportunity for the Republicans and Democrats to badmouth each other. What I'm about to say is not my opinion on either side, it's just what they're saying. Nancy Pelosi, leader of the Democrats in the House of Representatives, went all out patriotic and said, "We take an oath to protect and defend the Constitution from all enemies, foreign and domestic." And she called President Trump and the Republicans enemies of the state. This was in response to President Trump saying that Joe Biden and Kamala Harris, they're going to turn the United States of America into a socialist utopia. President Trump said that the only way that the Democrats are going to win is by having a rigged election. President Trump said he's going to place sheriffs and law enforcement at the voting sites to make sure that there's no funny business. Trump's quote was, "We're going to have everything. We're going to have sheriffs, law enforcement, U.S. attorneys." The Department of Homeland Security, they said that the president does not have the power to order law enforcement at those sites. Only the states have the authority to do so. And then Pelosi responded by saying that the Republicans are doing everything they can to suppress the vote by scaring people and intimidating people by saying law enforcement will be there. Her exact quote was, Do not pay attention to Donald Trump. It is his goal to scare people from voting, to intimidate them by saying that he's going to have law enforcement at the polls. Please comment below let me know if Pelosi's comments are valid or invalid. Would you be intimidated to go out and vote if there's law enforcement at those voting sites? I just want some feedback on Nancy Pelosi's statements and what you think about Nancy Pelosi. Let's take a look at the COVID-19 news. Findings from researchers and microbiologists show that you can get infected more than once by COVID-19. There were studies conducted on 2 patients that were reinfected. In one case, the patient was infected in March and then reinfected in June. In the other case, the patient was infected in March and then reinfected in August. This was not done with ordinary testing kits. The scientists and microbiologists, they did genetic analysis and conducted genetic sequencing tests. The United States reported 38,949 COVID-19 cases and 474 fatalities on Monday. This is according to Johns Hopkins University. Cases and fatalities are declining in the United States. The COVID-19 situation is now worsening dramatically in Europe. South Korea, they've always been praised for their handling of the COVID-19 situation. South Korea, they had in-classroom schooling for their students. However, in-classroom learning in South Korea will be suspended as of tomorrow due to a surge in COVID-19 infections. I'm sure that this is very possible. This scenario is very possible in the United States as well. That's the news for today. Please subscribe. I'll keep you updated. I'll save you some time, and I'll give you any advice when applicable. Thank you so much, and please stay safe.